This video is brought to you by CoolStuffInc.com, where you can find cool stuff in stock.
Hello and welcome back to another day in the arena. It's me, it's CGB. I'm CGB who doesn't want to be late for the very early morning airport as I record this very late before doing some traveling. So we have to make this really fast, and I'm playing Jeskai spells, a very ridiculous deck, but is it actually better than it looks? Get it? Is it? It's a joke. Anyway, we're a Karuga deck because we have nothing under the cost of 2. We have no Eldraine cards, unlike the other version that I posted. A lot of people gave me crap for that. Dude, I build the deck how I want. Bottom line. Anyway, we have Agalzeth Prismari, which is the dragon that is a 3/4 that makes a treasure and then lets you tap your treasures for spells. Might run more, but I haven't gotten around to crafting them yet. Prismari Command is awesome in this deck. Torrent Sculptor is amazing. Check out my earlier deck about Izzet spells if you want to see more of that. This version runs Narset of the Ancient Way, as well as Inspired Ultimatum for a massive top end. And we win the game very often just by casting Inspired Ultimatum, Creative Outburst, and Magnum Opus and hitting face until the opponent can't take anymore. Face is the place. So if you like tapping out for 7 and 8 mana spells, this may be a deck for you. Cards like Draconic Intervention and Torrent Sculptor help us use the spells in other ways because we can discard them to make treasures, and we can exile them from the graveyard to sweep the board, or to discard to Flamethrower Sonata, or to make a big 6/6 Torrent Sculptor. So, like I said, I've got to move really fast because I don't want to miss my flight. Bleep Blarp, this video is dedicated to you. Thanks for becoming a member. Hitting the join button below. $4.99 a month gets you the opportunity, if you're lucky, to get a video and a cosmetic dedicated to you, and it definitely gets you access to my deck list a day before everybody else. So, into the store. To buy the dedication, we're buying the bundles because those are good value. We're going to buy the red value today. I'm sorry, Bleep. You know how I really feel about red, but it must be done. All right, now that we've introduced the deck and we're talking super fast, 2-minute intro. How about that? Very impressive. Let's dive in. Let the Jeskai nonsense begin. Who's in the mood for some mega spells? Gigantha. Interesting. Let's go. Make a treasure, intervention, Narset, draw some big stuff. It's a plan. Trying to remember, did I add snarls to this? I hope not. Okay, good. The eye twitch, okay. Oops. Big mistake there. And the opponent's curving. Okay. So we didn't get to make the treasure. Big mistake, because I thought I could do it with a white mana, and I can't. All right, let's drop off the Opus. Three mana. Will we get to intervention here? If they play the Witch, I'm going to be very happy. Play the Witch. Do it. Do it now. Thinking about it. Bastion. Okay, so we get to exile all this stuff. That's pretty good. We also could play Narset. Minus, kill the Witherbloom Apprentice. Draw a card. They attack down the Narset. That's not very good. We could just play the Narset for life. Would give us an opportunity to possibly cast a big spell next turn. I think I really like the invention, though. The intervention, I should say. Just set them all the way back to start. That'll take the wind out of some sails. Beastie is here. All right, I think the Opus gets the kick. Actually, if we're going to end up casting the ultimatum, which could happen, then we should probably throw the Outburst. Throw the big Opus. What am I doing? Blue, 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 red, red, red. We need red. Let's go, Narset. Let's go. They're hunting for specimens. They're gonna have so many specimens. Man, they just keep on coming. Let's hope they don't have a plum, I guess. Oh, they're going face. Okay, this does gain life. All right, there's a land. This distributes damage. This one doesn't. We need red. So let's use the Inspired Ultimatum here. Target player, me. Target. I'm going to take out a pest. Could cost them a life and a lot more, maybe. Another intervention is located. Feels good. Okay, they have the Apprentice. Do they have the Plum? Oh no, don't let the last card be the Plum. What a draw. Okay, they took out the Narset. It's probably not Plum then, right? 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 They'd go face if it were Plum, I think. Oh my god, it is. How? How did they do it? Why didn't they go face? I'm so confused. I'm so frustrated. All right. 7 mana. So we get to do this. We can do this. We don't have to. We should definitely kill this, but they might have village rights, right? I guess getting Narset on the field is probably a lot better. And then we have 3 more mana. What do we do with it? Seize? I guess we seize. Could also buy Karuga. Have a battlefield presence.
That which appears mystical is merely the result of practice.
Could also Torrent Sculptor. I guess we could discard a seize to kill this thing. That's not the worst. That way we don't have to minus the Narset and we can gain this life.
Breathe in. Exhale.
Or we do this. But what do we discard? All right, I'm doing this. Village rights. Please stop. You're drawing so many cards. All right. So we hope that they dump their hand, right? And when they dump their hand, that we sweep up the creatures before they get a chance to plumb them again. Okay. We've got the 4/4. That's pretty strong. And they've got the Lovestruck Beast, but Draconic Intervention can solve this, right? We have an Inspired Ultimatum in our graveyard. Is that the way we want to do it? Because they can definitely go wider than this. Maybe we want a Creative Outburst, the Beast, Magma Opus, the Root. I guess this can also spread out damage. Let's do it. Let's do the intervention.
Enlightenment begins within.
Get rid of those. All right, so we have Prismari Command, we have Karuga, we have Seize, with nothing I really want to discard. Let's just buy the Karuga. This is in ultimate range. The life gain's important, though. It's going to be tough to ultimate Narset. All right, another Dean of the Root. An Eye Twitch, okay. And buy Gigantha. You like to see that. Ultimating Narset. I don't think it's the way. I don't think it's the way.
To in the heart.
Let's do this while they don't have village rights available and grab an inspired ultimatum. Jagantha's here. How are we going to deal 32? It's so much damage. We're going to need this Narset ultimate, I think.
Now I will show you a master's skill.
All right, target player is me for the 5 life. This is the target for that, and then the 2 damage is for the eye twitch. Another 5 life, another 5 cards. Down to 12. But have we run them out of resources? Or do they have infinite of those? 1, 2, 3, 4. We get 2 damage for every spell we cast. And that costs 3 life to kill. And then there's all these. Oh man, it gets so hard. Okay, and they have a beast. We have to clear the board. We can't let them untap and sacrifice all this. We have no exile effects. We're going to lose a lot of life this way. All right.
Breathe in, exhale.
They're going to scoop it up. It's going to take a while to point these in all the places they need to go, but the opponents had enough of that game. All right, we will try it. It does have the possibility of an early intervention. So this time we're going to get red or blue. And I guess we'll get red. Mono white. Okay, that's enough with the Fable Passage, for goodness sakes. All right. I don't think I'm going to intervention that early, so we'll play another one of these. But intervention might be needed. Oh my goodness, the dogs. The dogs. The dogs are coming out. All right, blue. Gotta sweep the board before Winota. Just before Winota. Indestructible, actually, the dog will save something. That sucks. Alright, how are we gonna do this? I guess we're gonna Magma Opus, Draconic Intervention. Something's gonna live. Oh, the good little puppos. Whenever one or more cards are put into exile. Okay, that could get exciting. I'll have a treasure. It won't hurt. It doesn't bite. It's okay. It's fine. Everyone's really in the tank about it. Command. Part of me says let them have a Winota with a bunch of triggers and then Draconic Intervention. Am I crazy? If I play the Narset, it might make them do something they don't want to do, but I think I'm gonna go with this. They let it go. I think they forgot to read the, like, because it was damage, the exile would have been prevented by using the savior. Oh boy, puppy reload here. But there's no more puppies! Not like this. Alright, so we use Primari Command on one of these. We'll see whether or not they play a Winota. If they play a Winota, we kill the Hound Dog, the Watchdog. If they don't, we kill the Hound Master. Kenrith. Okay, well, we're going to have to kill that. But they are Winota, for sure, so. Let's not let the Hound Master get extra buffed. We should probably also draw 2 cards and discard the Opus. But that might mean Narset doesn't get to win. I think we should draw 2, discard 2. Alright, so any target creature, planeswalker, or player. 2 damage to any target. Weird. Should just say target, right? Oh well. Okay, 2 lands. Nice. Get those out of there. Don't want to see them. Here's Narset. Narset of the Kung Fu Sweet Chin Music Kick.
Strike with the cunning mind of the dragon.
Get out of here. Let's try to protect our Narset. I know we have another one, but I'd prefer not to have to cast it. It would be nice to buy Karuga. That's all she wrote. They do not like all their creatures getting destroyed. 6/6/9. It's pretty nice. I think that deserves a nice or two. Going first. Let's try it. Sounds fun. This can be blue. None of the treasure cards, though. This hand could potentially do nothing, but the flamethrower just feels so good. All right, right on time, we get the Treasure Maker so that we can have a Torrent Sculptor next turn. Foretell something. Let's go. Easy. Yep. How are they going to solve the Torrent Sculptor? Oh my gosh, that's a lot of Torrent Sculptor, though. I'm getting nervous. 6/6. Hard to target. Let's rumble. Tapped land. Oh, we know Torrent Sculptor isn't going anywhere this turn. Yes, we drew a land to keep the pressure on. Nice. So, do we play the Narset here? Our opponent will eventually have to tap out. Could definitely Behold the Multiverse, though. Go for it. Be aggressive. Must be nice. Expensive Brazen Borrower. Looks good, though. Alright, can we draw a Treasure Maker or something? That's not a good draw. That's not a good draw at all. This is sad. Shouldn't have gone for the Narset. I'd take it back if I could. Looks like our opponent's missing a land drop, so at least that's something. I think we just go for the Karuga here. Holding up mana doesn't do anything. At least they have to do something about the Karuga sometime. Yeah, our big spells deck doesn't like all these counter spells at all. At all. Not even a little. Oh look, it's a dragon. No? They don't have their dragon? Interesting. Alright. I think we go... we go for red. Because we're very close to the ultimatum. We don't have any spells in the graveyard. Playing this as a 2-2 seems so bad. So I think we pass? That's probably the game over. As the opponent will probably be able to set themselves up perfectly now. Everything about my draw was just a little bit off. Just off enough, you know? Just bad enough. Well, that could be an inspired ultimatum. Do you think they have the counter again? Let's find out. Bottomless, man. They just can't miss. They just can't miss right now. Yep. Unbeatable. So this is a Saw It Coming. If it was Behold the Multiverse, they would have played that instead of using the Giant, so we are gonna lose. We could go for this. I'm sure they would let it resolve, though. Wait, what if we destroy the token? Then they don't have any mana to counter the intervention. That's crafty. I like crafty. Destroy target artifact. I'll draw 2, discard 2. Nice draws. Your Frostbite won't... Well, oh, wait, you can Frostbite the dragon. And that would make a treasure. And then you could play the Saw It Coming. Do they see it? Oh. I guess there's also the slight fact that that's a dragon. The slight issue with the card that this is, in fact, a dragon. Shame. When you do that, you resign now. And it was Saw It Coming. Almost 4 in the morning. Getting down to the end of what I can record before I have to go to the airport. Let's try this hand. Looks fun. Okay. Should be alright against this as long as we don't get mana screwed. It shouldn't be too bad to go against. Because usually they have a lot of cheap auras that are all about creatures, and we're all about the stack and big spells. Okay. Well, they're off to a great start. Like, that's the kind of aggression you need. Prismari Command. I need to draw some land here, don't I? Let's do this. Discard one of these huge spells that doesn't do anything, draw maybe a land, and we do. And we'll set down the Shade. I think it's all about keeping our life total high. Okay. Oh boy. Alright, so now we have to find the sweeper. We could play this, a 6/6. They would have to pay a lot to put enchantments on it. It would block pretty well. I would really like another blue, though. Maybe it's just better to use Prismari Command here. Or Seize the Spoils. Well, Command can make another treasure, set us up for the future, deal 2 damage to the Shade, try to slow that down. We'll try to make it so they have to play the Shade in on a much future turn. Remorse. Brutal. They can even replay it here if they have the land. They'll probably take the Narset. Nobody likes Planeswalkers. But they could take the Torrent Sculptor. It's a pretty big creature. Nobody has time to read that whole card. Just take the Planeswalker.
I lost my focus.
Alright, opponent sequencing was so perfect there. Very admirable. Because they even got to hit me for the damage. Alright, well, we're not going to draw a Draconic Intervention, it appears, this game. Guess I've got to play you. There's nothing else I can really do here. I dug about as hard as I could. It's just gonna be one of those days, I guess. Okay, that removes some counters. Nice job. I'm so frustrated. Like, this should have been a good matchup, but we're getting absolutely decimated. And I'm just tilting. Would be a good time to draw those big spells instead of these lands. Draconic Intervention? Anywhere? Anywhere in the deck? Paging the card? Would have been so good against this opponent. That's a card. That's a card. Alright, what has to die? I guess the Shade. That's a big card. That's a new lease on life all on its own. Alright, let's hope they don't have another Agonizing Remorse. It would be brutal. Shade's back. 100% Shade Wars. There's the interventions. We found them. We actually found them. Bring back that Shade. Let's go. Well, they found Remorse, but now we have double intervention. If they had that last turn, they really should have played it. Yep, take the big spell that has card advantage. Man, is Inspiring Ultimatum earning its spot, though. Like, It's just dragging me back into this game. Okay, they don't want it exiled and they want to draw 2 cards, so they deadweight their own vessel. They're not going to cast those, right? Because of the intervention. Okay. Okay. Shuffler's fine. All 4 ultimatums. Feels good. We'll go ahead and put this on the field. The opponent showed us a Heartless Act before. Maybe they'll Heartless Act this. They are at 30. We have a lot of work to do. Interesting. They're pulling out the rope. What are you worried about? What are you thinking about? It's amazing how many times this deck has just found itself up against somebody with like 30 life. And it's like, how are we ever going to win? Doesn't seem to stop people from roping, though. Are you salty, or do you have a big decision? Okay. Shade up. Bang. And here we go again. I think we got all the basics. We've only got 24 cards left, and we have to figure out a way to actually attack our opponent to death. Well, if they bring out both shades, I'll gladly use intervention to exile them. But they should be knowing that. Okay. Target opponent discards 2 cards. Make a 5/5. And that's it. Sure. If we kill this with this on the stack, then they don't get the 5/5. What's the other discard? Is it the Torrent Sculptor? I think it's this. It's just a 3/4 at this point. Not a big deal. There's a Magma Opus. Six acquired. Scavenger, okay. Kung Fu Narset. This can go face. It can also tap the stuff down. We're avoiding breaking out the shades because they know about this, I think. So let's do this. Just exile your Scavenger. Here's Narset. Down to 7. Scoops him up. Whew. 694. And we are back for the post-game wrap, and I definitely have to get out the door, but I do want to say that the deck actually overperforms expectations. It looks like a pile of trash, but when the cards line up, it can do very amazing things. The most dangerous time is the mid game, because usually early in the game you can play a Torrent Sculptor and you can play a Draconic Intervention, sweep up their board, and if the opponent recovers, if they deal with the Torrent Sculptor and if they rebuild, there's usually a space in between where you need a Galzeth Prismari or a Narset of the Ancient Way or a Prismari Command, and if you lack those cards, you never get to cast your big spells. So that is the most dangerous part of the deck, and I think if I were to build it again, I would cut Seize the Spoils, try out more Galzeth Prismari, and try to find 1 or 2 more cards that shore up the mid game. So, on that note, thank you for watching this video. As always, I'll see you in the next video. You're cool.